What's up, everybody? I know you guys are expecting a vlog today, but if you look below next to my name, you should see that this is my 500th video. So for my 500th video, instead of doing a vlog, I went onto the forums, codezero.us. If you haven't signed up, there's a link down below for you to sign up. And I asked everyone on there to ask me some questions so I can do this 500 video Q&A. And I'm gonna pretty much jump right into it and start answering questions. I just want to say now, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your screen name. I'm not good with pronouncing names in general, so screen names can be a little weird, especially because you never know how they're actually pronounced. But before we get started, something kind of interesting happened to me yesterday. Rockstar Games actually tweeted out one of my videos featuring Zach and Jeff. It was episode 75. They talked about how long can you survive, running away from 5-star wanted level in a journey. So that was actually really cool. I mean, to have a company like Rockstar, someone that they've made my top, 10 games. I mean, they're an amazing company. So for them to tweet out my video was actually really, really cool. So kind of a little bit of bragging there. I mean, I'm very happy about that, so that was awesome. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. The first question is from Jake Harberman. He says, what made you decide to start making videos, and did you have any interest in gaming/video recording since you were younger? I didn't really have any. I mean, I had interest in gaming my entire life. There was a point in my life where I didn't care about gaming, but when I was younger, yeah, I gamed a lot. Way back on like the Nintendo 64 and the NES and all that stuff. But I never had interest in video recording. I was never interested in, I never thought that one day I would be someone that edited videos. I've never seen the inside of an editing program before I made my first YouTube video. It was learn as you go. I never really thought that I was gonna make YouTube videos or anything like that. So I never had an interest. I just did it. And what made me start making videos was, I had been playing LCPDFR for 2 years before I started recording. And I played GTA 4 2 years before that. So I had been in Liberty City for 4 years. And I was watching these people play LCPDFR, and I was seeing the mods they were using, and I was thinking, well, I use all those mods. Why can't I do that? So that's pretty much how it got started. So we're going to move on to the next question. Is from Yodilex, or Chris in Code Zero. He asked a very serious question. He said, why do you personally feel that the economic state of our country has taken a turn for the worst? And what program can the U.S. government implement to deter a complete economic collapse? Thanks for the question, Chris. I think things will start turning around in the U.S. Probably once Chris Clements leaves it. Anyway, on to the next question. Sierra7 asks, what do us crazy Americans think of you Brits? Honestly, I really don't have an opinion about anybody from another country. To me, none of that matters. I mean, male, female, black, white, American, British, none of that matters to me. I don't care. I don't look at anybody in any different way. As long as you're nice, we can get along, we can have a chat, we can do whatever. If you're a dick, then that's a total different story. So I really, I would hope to, I really one day would like to go out and visit the UK and be able to meet some of you Brits, not online. So anyway, the next question is from Molly. Sorry, I'm terrible at pronouncing screen names. She asked, do you see yourself doing something else as a full-time job, like going to college or any school or for another career plan, or are you just going to make videos for your whole life? As of right now, no. College is very, very expensive, and you can get loans and everything and student loans, but you end up in debt. And my personal opinion is to not start your life in debt, so I didn't want to go to college and have, $40,000 worth of debt starting my life out. It's really rough, and maybe down the line when I have a little bit more money and I can actually afford it, yeah, I might go to school for something. I don't know what it is. I might work on, maybe being a mechanic or something like that. The Optimopti asks, are you planning on getting a next-gen console soon? And if you do, which do you prefer? Yeah, I mean, I don't plan on getting one soon. I do plan on getting a next-gen once I find a title that comes out. As of right now, I don't see any titles that I'm interested in. That's the only reason why I haven't jumped on a next-gen. They're all release titles right now, and they're just not really my interest, so I haven't jumped on one. But when I do, I'm definitely looking forward to getting I want to get a PS4. I didn't like the way, I was a huge Xbox 360 fan, but I really didn't like the way Microsoft handled themselves with the release of the Microsoft, or with the Xbox One, and they did some things that that I really didn't like, and of course they fixed it, but to me it seemed like backpedaling, and they were kind of doing things wrong, and it really turned me away from Microsoft and the Xbox One. I'll end up owning both eventually one day, but originally I'm definitely interested in getting a PS4. So we'll move on to the next question from Knight7420. He says, if you weren't a YouTuber, would you have ever considered a career in the military or law enforcement? If so, what department of your choice would you work for? When I was 17, I had a friend that was going into the military, going into the Army, and if I was 18, I would have signed those papers and gone with him right away. But I didn't, and I had almost a year to think about it, so I kind of sat around, thought about what I want to do. Ended up not doing it. My friend went in and he, was telling me about it. He says it's not really something that he thinks I should pursue, so I kind of, I listened to his word. I trusted his word, so I stayed out of that, and then I was interested in being a cop, and if I would have been a cop, I would have tried to go for the California Highway Patrol. No other department really. I didn't want to be a city cop. So yeah, that pretty much answers that question. He also says, what's your dream car? That's a really tough question. I have a lot of cars I really like. If I had to pick one, I would probably pick probably like a Gen 3 Mazda RX-7. That would be one of my favorite cars. So S. Colton says, besides gaming, what's your favorite thing to do? I really enjoy driving. And I know that sounds kind of weird, but for me, driving, you can't text, you can't talk on the phone, unless you have Bluetooth, of course. But you can't text, you can't talk on the phone, you can't, check your Twitter or whatever. You're disconnected. And I really like driving because I get to focus, I get to clear my mind, I get to think about what I need to think about, and I can just relax and just enjoy the drive. I mean, for me, driving is one of my favorite things. It's something that if I wasn't YouTubing, I would probably try to find a job as a driver somewhere, driving, I don't know, maybe even taxis, I don't know. I enjoy driving. It's something that it's calming to me. Unless there's an idiot in front of you, then it's not. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next question, which is Trucking King. He has some questions that I'm gonna answer real quick. He said, Coke or Pepsi? If I had to pick one or the other, I would say Pepsi. He said, what's your favorite PC and Xbox games? PC, I would probably say, if I had to pick, it would be between Euro Truck Simulator 2 and a Game Dev Tycoon, because that game was just fantastic. And Xbox GTA 5, all the way. What's your favorite season? Winter, easy. I don't like the heat, and I know I live in the wrong state if I don't like the heat, but I'm definitely a cold person. So Code Zero Fan asks, what influenced you to start making videos? There wasn't really an influence. I kind of just wanted to get into it. He also says, do you have any other jobs, or is YouTube the only thing you do? YouTube right now is the only thing I do. It's a full-time job. I work, there's some days where I will do 12 hours in a day, and there's some days where I will do 3. It's really varied, and it's kind of all over the place. And I kind of mentioned this to Zach before. I would make more money if I just worked a 9 to 5 doing, minimum wage in California, which is $10 an hour. That's $80 a day, 5 days a week. That's more than I make doing what I'm doing, but I would be miserable and I would hate it. So I can't complain. I love what I do, and I'm going to continue to do it as long as I can. He also said, how did Code Zero start? Code Zero started with me, Jeff, and a couple other people. We were all in LCDPS. That's how we all met. And things were going on in LCDPS, and we decided to leave it. So me, Jeff, and a couple other people left LCDPS. We started a group called Code Zero. And, we lost members along the way, but we also gained some really good members. And me and Jeff were the only two original members left of Code Zero. And, we picked up a lot of great people along the way, Alex and Zach and Chris. It's just, the group right now is the best it's ever been. It's we're doing really good, and I'm completely happy, 100% happy with how Code Zero is. Alright, so Pilgrim Cow asked, just out of curiosity, can you guesstimate how many hours a week you and Zach spend talking to each other? This was kind of a weird question, and I want to answer it, so I kind of saw it the other day and I was thinking about it. If I had to give it like a time period, I kind of added up. So Zach is on between 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. my time, every night, Monday through Friday, and then on the weekends his hours vary. So if I had to give a guesstimate, I would say anywhere from 25 to 35 hours in a week, and that's kind of just a range that I would be comfortable with. And with Jeff, I would say anywhere from 20 to 35, because he's kind of all, sometimes at work he'll get on Skype and we'll talk. Other times he will sleep at work, so we don't talk to him that night. So his is kind of a little more varied. But yeah, I would say about 25 to 35 hours a week. GFD 150 asks, what is the one thing that you've always wanted to do and not gotten to do yet in your life? I've always wanted to race a car. I think that, like I said, I'm really into driving, and, we have a lot of canyon roads out here that, they're really twisty, and, when you're driving the speed limit, it's fun, but, it's not the same. I would like to get the chance of getting something with a lot of power on a track where you're supposed to be, racing, and actually go out there and just, even if it wasn't against somebody, just out there driving would be amazing. That's something that I would love to do. He also asked, do you want a family one day? Kind of a brief description, no. And what I mean by no as in a family, I'm assuming he means like wife and kids and stuff. I don't really believe in marriage. I don't think I'm ever going to get married. It doesn't, for me personally, this is just my personal opinion. Having a piece of paper saying that you guys are going to be together forever doesn't make sense. Why do that when if you're going to be together, you're going to be together? A piece of paper just actually adds more stress to it. So I would never get married. I would be with someone for the rest of my life, of course, but I would never get married. It doesn't make sense. And this is my opinion right now. Down the line, opinions change. That's life. And just right now, I wouldn't get married. And with a family and kids, I don't think I would ever have kids, at least not now. At least not in the next 10, 15, 20 years. There's so much I want to do with my life, and to have a kid right now at my age, and I know that's kind of the thing right now, I guess, in society for some reason. Everyone wants to have a kid. I don't understand that at all. I want to live my life. I want to be able to do the things I want to do. I'm only 21. There's a lot more of my life to live. And, maybe when I'm 30, in my 30s or 40s, yeah, sure, I'll settle down and have a kid or something. As of right now, no. No, I do not want a family. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about that. My camera battery died, so I had to charge it really quick. But I'm going to go ahead and finish these questions. So the next question I had was from LIPD Productions. If you could visit any place in the world, what would it be? I would probably want to go to Australia. It seems really nice. It seems really relaxing. Probably somewhere quiet, because I've always lived in cities my whole life, so I would like to get to the place. I would like to visit a place where it's quiet and I can relax and just kind of get away, somewhere that I can escape. And Australia seems like a nice, quiet place. I might be wrong. I don't know. I've never been there, so that's where I'd probably go. B Mango asks, if you could go back in time before YouTube and change anything at all, or not, what would it be? if I could go back in time and change anything, I would probably change my school. And what I mean by change my school is I would probably pay more attention to school, and I would probably care more about school, because you know, when I was in school, I was just doing things that I shouldn't have been doing, and I was going down the wrong road, and I was just doing really stupid things, and I really didn't care about school, and I wish that I could go back and kind of do it over again. And it's not a PSA to stay in school or anything like that, but I mean, it's just, it's very important, and it doesn't last forever. That's one thing that you have to remember when you're in school, is by the time you're 17, 18, 19, whatever, you know, you're out of school and you're done with it, unless you go to college. But I mean, like, it doesn't last forever. It really does suck. I mean, school sucks, it really does, but just get through it, you know, do the best you can, don't give up and screw around like I did. But yeah, that's probably the only thing that I would change. Part 2 to his question is, if you were given an unlimited amount of money for 48 hours, what would you do with it? That's a really interesting question. I mean, I don't really know how to answer that, but I mean, I would probably pay, you know, I would pay my mom's debt off, I would pay my brother's debt off, I would probably help out everyone in Code Zero, you know, like help Jeff out, help Zach, help Chris, Alex, and anybody, and I would probably buy a house, so I can get out of living in an apartment, and then, I don't know, maybe like buy an office or something and have Zach and Jeff come out, and, you know, we can YouTube and whatnot, and I don't know, I mean, give back. Honestly, if I had 48 hours with an unlimited amount of money, I would try to fix everything I possibly could. It would be a very, very busy 48 hours, but I would try to just fix all the world problems as fast as possible. So I don't think that would work, though, so I mean, who knows. But if I had to say, you know, without helping, something that I would do personally is I would get a house. Nothing, not like a big mansion, not like a 48 room, just something that is a house that I don't have neighbors below me, above me, and to each side of me, so that would be nice. Okay, so the next question is going to be from Western Star. He says, how long did it take to get all your PC gadgets? It takes quite a bit of time. You know, when I first started YouTubing, you know, you start to realize what you need. You know, you go, oh, well, I need a new sound card, or I want to get a better microphone, or, oh, my headset's going bad, or, oh, I need to get this, oh, my computer's kind of lagging, I should upgrade my RAM. That's kind of what happens. You know, you kind of obtain things as you go. I mean, I've been YouTubing for a year and a half, almost 2 years now, and I think I've just now gotten to the point where I'm okay with all the equipment I own, and it's taken a long time to get what I have, and it's taken a lot of work to get what I have, and I just think, you know, it's not easy to get up a collection of, like, you know, a microphone and an audio box and a good computer and having, you know, and doing all that. It's not easy, and it's very expensive, but, you know, if you work hard, it should eventually, you know, you should eventually have everything you need, and that's where I'm at right now. Is I think I have everything that I need. There's stuff that I want, of course, but it's nothing that I need. I mean, I'm good where I'm at right now. So the last question is from Pilgrim Cow. He asked another question, and because we have a little bit of time, we'll go ahead and answer that. He says, what's your favorite genre of music? If I had to give one, I would say it is, if I had to pick one, I would say dubstep. And the reason is, you know, every time I listen to music, I pay attention to the beats. I don't care about lyrics, I don't care about artists, I don't really care about that. The beat is what's always gotten me. Like, I'm always interested in the beat. And to be honest, you know, the stuff that I listen to is all that royalty-free music. I mean, it's not a promotion, I'm not promoting anybody, but it's just, the people that aren't really big make the best stuff, you know, because they put effort into it, and they try, and you can tell in the music that they really care about what they're doing. And, you know, those people, in my opinion, make the best music. Like, when the CD in my car right now, because my car still has a CD player, The CD in my car right now is a bunch of songs that I downloaded from Royal Tracks and threw on a CD. That's the stuff that I listen to when I drive around. I mean, it's just, it's good music, it's enjoyable, it's made by somebody that is, you know, trying to get their name out there. That's why I love using Royal Tracks and all those guys' songs, because you can tell that they just care so much about their music and everything that they put in, and they put so much effort into it that it's such good music. So yeah, if I had to pick a genre, I would say that it would be dubstep. So, but that's gonna do it. That's all the questions. Thank you everyone for submitting a question if you did. And don't worry, this isn't gonna be the last Q&A. I'll definitely do more Q&As in the future, depending on what's going on. I mean, we'll see. But I just wanted to thank you guys. I mean, without you guys supporting me, I wouldn't have gotten to 500 videos. So without you guys watching, I wouldn't have got here. And I really appreciate all the support and everything. I mean, you guys mean a lot to me. You guys are the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. So again, thank you everyone. 500 videos is just amazing. Hopefully we can do 500 more soon. And yeah, I mean, I guess I'll see you guys next week in the vlog that's coming back on Friday. So see you guys.